Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be. This is Mark of Omega Comics and Games, and I got another unboxing. Now, I know these are pretty rare and infrequent these days, but I got something back pretty special. So, I recently had submitted 2 books for the most recent Chris Claremont signing. Both of these books had been in my collection for a while. One of them had been in my collection since I was a teenager, and the other one was a pickup about 5 or 6 years ago off of eBay. Both of these books had been previously graded, and I was pretty happy to get them back. One of the books is going to be a dual signature book, which was originally signed by George Perez, and since he's no longer with us, the book really has a lot of importance to me. It was the book I had purchased off of eBay, and I had gotten such a great deal on it. It was incredible. I got it for like $50. So when Chris Claremont's signing event came around again, I just decided, this has got to be one of the books I send in. So we just got the box back. And because it's only 2 books, you get a box about this size. This time around I went with FedEx over USPS, just because it happened to be the more affordable way to ship for these 2 particular books. So the Signature Series events are pretty much the only ones that I've participated in recently. And, there's a multitude of reasons why. It has nothing to do with CGC's recent price increases. I think price increases, especially in the economy we're currently all living in, really shouldn't surprise anybody at this point. Everything is getting more expensive. So, okay. So the 2 books that we have today, X-Men Annual number 3 from 1979, and a big boy book, X-Men number 94. Now, the X-Men Annual number 3 was previously graded at a 9.6 and had already been graded by CGC. The X-Men number 94, it would happen to be the very first copy of that book I had ever gotten, and to this day remains the only copy I still have. And it was graded at a 4.0. So both of these were pressed by CCS. So we're going to go ahead and, let's see. Let me go ahead and pull these out. And okay, so this is the X-Men 94. Now, again, previously this was a 4.0. Now, as long as these come back the same grade, I don't really anticipate them coming back a higher grade because this book was pretty beat up. It came back a 4.0, and again, as you can tell, this is definitely a 4.0. Really nice book. Very happy to have this back in my collection. The previous case that it was in was a first generation case, so it was it was really old. Like it had I think a maroon case to it. All right, and the second book in this submission, here we have the X-Men Annual number 3, and it is still a 9.6. Okay, so even though it was pressed, it didn't go up to a 9.8. So this was signed by George Perez on June 22nd of 2012. This was signed by Claremont on, April 11th of 2023. And again, this had a really old case to it as well. So part of the reason I wanted to get this one signed by Chris Claremont was because it already had the George Perez signature in it. So I'm really, really happy with this submission. Of course, it's really hard to, get a bump up on a grade on a book that's already a 9.6, especially a square-bound book like this. So I have 4 or 5 copies of this. My original copy is a reading copy. I mean, it's beat to hell because I read the hell out of it. But, yeah, really glad to have this back. So this is definitely going to go up on my wall. And this is a keeper. A dual signature book like this is the only one I have with more than a single signature, so really happy to have it. And then, of course, the Chris Claremont, and he always signs, unless you specify otherwise, he always signs it right across the X-Men insignia. Just the thing, I mean, that's just where he signs every book. But, again, this has got a new case on it now. And like I said, I didn't expect a grade bump. This is a well-worn 4.0, and I'll probably get an upgrade at some point, but really happy to have this back. So thank you for joining me on this unboxing. And again, this is Mark of Omega Comics and Games. Neither one of these books are going to be for sale on my eBay store, as these are for my PC. So thanks so much for watching. Yeah, Sacramento weather today. Pretty warm, almost 90 degrees, or right around 31 degrees Celsius for those of you outside the U.S. So, as I always say in closing, collect what you love, read what you love, because life is way too short for any of us to waste the time that we have. So thank you for joining me on this unboxing, and if today I have earned your subscription, fantastic. If not, I totally understand. Like, comment, subscribe if you like to. If you don't want to, that's perfectly okay too. Have an awesome, awesome day no matter where you are. Thanks again. Stay hydrated, my friends.